Good morning, Soul Embodiment Tribe. Bridget Patton here with Soul Massages. And I just wanted to hop on here and talk a little bit about the emotions that shape your reality. So, a lot of the time people think that it's just affirmations and our thoughts that are creating what it is that we are experiencing here on Earth. And I'm here to tell you that it isn't the thoughts or just the thoughts that are creating your reality. Our thoughts may help us tap into the way we understand our emotions and the way we understand our reality, but it's not just the thoughts that are shifting and creating our reality. So that's why a lot of the time when you're doing affirmations or you're trying to think differently or whatever it is, it's not getting you the results that you really desire because you still have those emotions stored inside of your DNA that need to be upgraded, that need to be shifted. And so no matter how healthy you move your thoughts into, if you're still suppressing those emotions inside of your body, then you're not going to be shifting anything. You're just going to be replacing one program with another without actually, getting rid of the virus that's inside of you. So when you think about your emotions, that truly is what the spiritual awakening is about. When you're tapping into those emotions and those sensations inside of you, it's the compass that navigates you through this world. If you're not tapped into your emotions, you're going to be getting directed and guided in ways that seem like you're getting sabotaged, that seem like you're in the same loop, that seem like, all of these things are happening to you. And you don't know why. You can't figure it out. Maybe something's wrong with you. Maybe you're going crazy. All of these things pop into our heads when we're not tapped into our emotions in a way that allows us to shift. And so a lot of the time we don't even know we're suppressing our emotions because our mind is so clever in protecting us. And when we feel something that feels painful, or there's an emotion that we were not permitted to feel as a child, or, as you're going through work. I mean, I had jobs in the past where I was in upper management and it was really frowned upon to express your emotions in any way because of all kinds of things, sexual harassment and fear that, you're going to build a relationship with the employees and then you're going to favor somebody. There's so much fear around expressing emotions that we actually don't even know how to express them. We don't know how to connect with them. We don't know how to use them to amplify the power of the light within us. And so when we suppress those and we cut them off, what it does is it prevents us from really tapping into the power that we have. And all of the emotions that we have inside of us are used for something. So there's no such thing as good and bad emotions. There's not a negative and a positive way to feel. Every single sensation that we have is there for a reason. It's there to guide us. It's there to help us navigate here in this world, in this dimension. And because we're a soul in a human body, if we're not tapping into the unknown, which is our emotions, then we're lost. We're lost on what to do next. We don't have clarity. We don't know what step to take, or we're doing things, but we're not getting the results and we don't know why. And now we're beating ourselves up about it. And we're thinking things about ourselves that aren't healthy, that aren't true. And we start to believe the emotions that are inside of us still that we haven't upgraded. We start believing the projections from other people's belief systems about emotions, and we start to kind of fall into that same pattern that they had fallen into, which is also why it's so important that we are careful with who we surround ourselves with, and allowing ourselves to be around those people that have self-awareness and that can admit when they're feeling something. And some people are so afraid of their emotions, they won't even admit when they're feeling something. Even if you call them out on it and you ask them, they might blow you off. You may blow yourself off. You might not want to admit that you're feeling a certain way about something. And it's because a lot of the time we've been shamed or, made to feel bad. Nobody can make us feel bad, but I'm not going to get into that one in this topic. So we carry that around with us, and so we protect ourselves by not feeling or not looking at that emotion anymore in the future, because it keeps us safe. Because in that particular situation, in that time and space, it did allow you to fit in. And that survival mechanism inside of us is always striving to fit in. That survival mechanism inside of our mind is hardwired to fit in because we need other people for survival. Well, when we get to a certain point, our soul is going to start creating a division within us because it just no longer serves us to ignore our emotions. And actually, there's enough people on the planet right now that are embodying their emotions fully and using that for the betterment of the planet and for whatever mission they're on, whether they're a leader or they're healing or they're coaching people in their consciousness or their health or whatever it is. We're being asked to step it up right now. We need to do this now because there's so many people that are suffering because they don't even know how to handle their emotions. They don't know how to manage those emotions. And that's what's creating. Those emotions are stored in our DNA. We talk about this in every video. That's why it's passed down generationally. That's why our children will amplify to us emotions that we have not addressed. That's why it seems like we have kids that are wild and have, defiance disorders and all of these things, but really they're getting us to really tap into those emotions that we've been ignoring lifetime after lifetime. The children are here to wake us up, to help us in our awakening. They really are our teachers. And so when we are not allowing ourselves to have that information that's in our DNA surfaced into our conscious mind, to transmute it, to shift it, to think of those emotions differently. If we're not doing that, now is the time to do it, because that's how we get our power back. That's how we have more energy. That's how we have more direction. That's how we have more certainty. It's how we have abundance. We have abundance by tapping into the abundance of our emotions. So if you're not tapping into the abundance of your emotions yet, reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. I have mastered my emotional intelligence, and I've taken many people, many clients through this. I learned it from my beautiful horses, and I continue to do this healing work locally and globally. Thank goodness for the internet. And so I can reach any of you wherever you're at. So I hope that you guys have an amazing day and you can take this information to heart. Our heart is where our emotional center resides. And so if you're not living from your heart fully, then you are unfortunately living from your mind. And that is what creates from the past. That's what, gets things complicated and overwhelming. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.